Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have week 4 of the BHDL7, and that is going to be against Scorpion. So he is a very strong competitive battler and draft leaguer at this point, former champion here of this league, and I believe this is actually our 5th match here on Scarlet and Violet. So we're going to go ahead and get the battle on its way here. Disclosing our Terra captains. He says he's got Terra fighting, or I'm sorry, Terra Steel Iron Crown. And we have disclosed our Terra types as well. So we are searching for him. And so, yeah, we are still searching for him. And so, yeah, there we go. We got him. And so IGN is going to be Scorpion, of course. So we know he has Terra Steel Iron Crown. Let's see what else he's got. He's got Urshifu. That's single strike, of course. He's got Entei. He's got Landorus. Therian, of course. And he's got Cyclizar. And he's got Mine Shao. Okay, so I kind of wasn't expecting the Mine Shao, honestly. Mostly what I was expecting. I am actually a little surprised we don't see Diancie here. That is a little bit of a surprise. I was kind of expecting he would bring that. Okay, so what do we want to lead with here? We kind of had a plan going in that we were going to lead with Rotom. So I kind of want to lead with Rotom here, I think. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Rotom is probably what we want to lead with here. So, yeah, we'll do that and see how that works out. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't super sure of this game coming into it, but we are going to do our best here and see what we can do. All right. So, there he is, and he is going to lead with the Urshifu as we led with the Rotom. So, right out of the gate here, we have a choice to make, obviously, because if this Urshifu is banned, which I suspect is a possibility, I believe he actually can just one-shot us. So let me just see real quick here if this wants to... let's see, if my computer wants to load, that would be great. So I think, so banned, if he's max attack banned, I think he KOs us because we're not fully defensively invested here. But I think it might be worth taking that chance just to see what could happen here. So I think we're going to try to Hydro Pump. Yeah, let's try to fire off a Hydro Pump, see what happens. He does go for a close combat. Can we take it? No, we don't take it. So that's definitely banded damage right there. That is 100% banded damage, and that sucks that we had to learn that way. But yeah, that's 100% banded damage, I think. Or no, yeah, that's 100% banded damage because we live. If he's not banded there, we live that. So the only way that he one-shots us is if he's banded. Yeah, so that is a miserable way to lose. So we know he's banned, so I guess that's positive. That's the only positive thing about that is we get information, right? So we know he's banned, but we lose Rotom right off the cuff for nothing. We could actually go into Spectrier now, though, right? Because we know he's banded into close combat. So we could go into Spectrier. I mean, it is definitely premature to try and do, to try and get... Well, we'll go into Spectrier anyway. I mean, it's premature to... I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to sweep him this early, but we definitely can go into Spectrier here because we know he's choice banned because there's no way that would have KO'd otherwise. So I think we just take this chance to get a substitute up. He does obviously have the Cyclizar switch, So I think we just take this chance to get a substitute up. He obviously switches because he's banded, and he is going to switch into probably Cyclizar, if I had to guess. Yeah, Cyclizar. So that thing comes in. We do get a substitute up, which is nice, so that is going to be in. So the question now is, what kind of Cyclizar is this, and/or can we two-shot it? I don't feel like we two-shot KO this thing with Draining Kiss, even though we are Life Orb. But let's see. I don't feel like we do. Let's see. So, yeah. Actually, no. If he's an offensive Cyclizar, then we actually do two-shot him with Draining Kiss. So I think that is a play worth making at this point, because we definitely outspeed him unless he's Scarf. So let's just Draining Kiss and see what happens here. So yeah, we go first. We get a nice little Draining Kiss on him here. Does do well over 50%, takes him down to about a third HP, which is great damage. We do get a crit though, that's interesting. So we do get all of our HP back with that, and then we do lose some damage to the Life Orb, obviously, as he is going to knock off as expected. So that will be more than enough to break the sub, obviously. So I'm actually kind of not happy we crit him there, just from the perspective of now I don't know if Draining Kiss is going to finish him from that range. Because now I can't accurately... that's kind of bad, actually. I feel like he's probably... Based on... I feel like the crit would have KO'd him if he was offensive. So I kind of feel like he's probably defensive, but even if unless he's like max special defense assault vest, I feel like the next Draining Kiss takes him out anyway. Because he was at full HP and he's like hovering around a quarter right now. So I feel like this Draining Kiss KOs. I think we just have to go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, he is not going to want to play that game, so he is going to switch out. What does he switch into? So we could have played our games, but that's fine. He switches into Entei. We get a Draining Kiss. Does minimal damage, of course. We get a little bit of HP back. And we take some damage from Life Orb. So we actually might have actually been better off setting up a substitute there. But we didn't want to take that chance. So... we're definitely in a precarious position against this Entei, that's for sure, because there's no way that Shadow Ball kills him here, even though we should be outspeeding him. Yeah, there's no way Shadow Ball kills him, that's for sure. We probably should have gone substitute there. We actually would have been sitting pretty if we gone substitute there, so that was kind of a mistake. Oof. Let's go into Ting-Lu. I think Ting-Lu is the play now. So, what does he go for here? Hopefully, unless he's banded, we can hopefully tank an attack. A couple of attacks. So we do get Vessel of Ruin. We come in. He goes Sacred Fire. How much does that do? That doesn't do a ton. It takes us... oh, he gets the burn. That's really unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. So he burns us with the Sacred Fire, so that's extremely unfortunate. Okay. Alright, so... what do we do in the face of this Entei? He could stay in and just continue to spam Sacred Fire. I mean... this kind of is a shitty situation because, oh man, that burn sucks because that's really going to cripple our Ting-Lu. I feel like he could be Scarf on this Entei, and that's probably why he so confidently came in and went for an attack against Spectrier. I guess let's... he could very easily switch into Landorus here, breeding the Earthquake. Very easily. I kind of want to just get my Stealth Rock up. Okay, he does switch. Okay. So he is going to switch into... that is going to be his Urshifu. So that's a bold move on his part. He goes into Urshifu. We do get a nice Stealth Rock up on him, which is good. So yeah, and then we're going to take more damage from the burn. So we know this thing's choice band, so this thing can easily destroy us with a close combat. So we have a couple of options here. We could make an incredibly ballsy play, and we could switch into we could switch into yeah, we don't want to switch into Spectrier though, because if he reads that and goes for the Dark Attack, we're going to be in serious trouble. So I think our best move here is probably... I kind of want to get more hazards up against him, but he can remove them with Cyclozar, which is a problem. I'm not sure how much chip damage we could possibly get on this thing with an Earthquake, since we're burned. Probably not a lot. I feel like getting a Spike up is probably better, though. Yeah, let's just go for a Spike Layer here. He's got a Deadly 50. Yeah, he does go close combat, so there's no way we take that. Yeah, so we're definitely not making the plays here in this one, that's for sure. We are not making the reads we need to make early. He is going to take some Rocky Helmet chip on the way out, which is nice. Yeah, we lose Ting Lu there, and we go down to 4 Pokemon. So, yeah, that is not great. But the only good thing about this is that we do get to come back in with Spec, and we do get a sub up for sure. Or a Nasty Plot. We could get a sub or a Nasty Plot. I feel like sub is the better play. So we're going to just get our sub up. We know he has to switch because we know he's choice banned. But what he switches into is the real question. But regardless of what he switches into, I think sub is the right play. So we're definitely going to just go for that. See what he wants to do. Man, we did get Stealth Rock up though, so that could be a game-breaking, potentially positive thing if we can get some momentum here with Spectrier. Having the Stealth Rock up could potentially be some game-breaking momentum for us. But yeah, this is really going to be a tricky situation to try and navigate. That's for sure. So he obviously switches. What does he switch into though? That's the question. He's going to come in with, that is going to be the Cyclozar, so it's regen. It does take Stealth Rock damage, so it's not boots, so it's probably Assault Vest more than likely. So we do get a nice little substitute up, which is nice. So now obviously there's no way that the Draining Kiss takes him out from that range. He can't Rapid Spin, which is good. Now, I kind of want to Nasty Plot, but the only problem with that is I have a bad feeling that Entei is banded. And so if we Nasty Plot, then we take this thing out. He just comes in with Entei and destroys us with I think the Entei is Scarf. So he could easily just, yeah, I think our play is the Draining Kiss here. So we're going to outspeed him, obviously, hit him with the Draining Kiss. It's not going to take him out. He survives in the red. He's probably going to knock off to break the sub, if I had to guess. We do get some HP back, which is nice. And then we take some damage as he is going to knock off. So there's the knockoff. It's obviously going to break the sub. So now the question is, how do we want to navigate this situation? So we go for the Draining Kiss. We take him out. We go up to +1, but that's not going to matter if the Entei is Scarf, which I feel like it is. I feel like we try to get a sub up again here. I think that's the right move. It's a really dangerous situation to try to navigate, but I think that's the right play, is to try and get sub up. So hopefully he does stay, so he's not going to fall for it. So he's probably just going to keep spamming knockoff until we die at this point. So yeah, there's a knockoff. So he probably just continues to spam knockoff until he goes down at this point. So that was kind of a wasted turn. Yeah, the sub's not going to take a knockoff for sure. Yeah, I think we just have to Draining Kiss here. Yeah, we got a Draining Kiss here. Definitely. I mean, we could have subbed again, but super risky. Yeah, okay, so we do grab the KO on the Cyclozar with the Draining Kiss, so that's something. So Cyclozar is down, and he goes down to 5, so that's something. And we are also going to get a nice little Grim Neigh special attack boost here with the Spec. So that is pretty nice. So we don't get to keep our sub. That's the only really negative thing about this. So now the question is, what does he want to come in with here? So, yeah, we're not looking the greatest at this point. I'm not gonna lie, definitely not looking the greatest here. We really needed to be able to keep the sub up with Spec, so he is gonna come in now with the Iron Crown. So that's an interesting play. So he does take some Stealth Rock damage. We know he's Terra Steel, so he obviously could just bust the Terra out right now to kind of. He could just bust the Terra out right now to kind of to ensure that he will not get KO'd by Shadow Ball, because I don't feel like. Let's see here. Yeah, so if he doesn't Terra, yeah, we're not going to be doing nearly enough damage to this thing. I feel like he's gonna Terra, but does he KO us? That's the question. Yeah, he Tachyon Cutter probably KOs us. We're gonna go Scizor here. Actually, we're gonna try to save Spec, and we're gonna go Scizor because I feel like he goes Terra Steel here. So we're gonna come in with Scizor. Yep, he definitely goes Terra Steel. So he's gonna do that to avoid the super effective damage from the Shadow Ball. So there's no way that we would have taken him out. That's for sure. Even with Life Orb and +1, there's no way we took him out with the Shadow Ball there, even if he has defense. So he goes for the Tachyon Cutter. We should hopefully take that well enough with Scizor. So we take it. I mean, we don't take it well, but we take it. So it does a little less than half, and then we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers as well. So I think in this situation, our best play is to probably knock off. It's either knock off or U-turn, that's for sure. I don't think he KOs us with any. We do resist both his stab moves, and he doesn't get any additional coverage with a Terra Blast, obviously. So I think our best play is probably just to knock off, so that's what we're going to do. He does stay in Volt Switch, so he's going to get quite a bit of chip with that, unfortunately. So he is going to get the pivot. What is he going to come in with here? So it's going to be, that is the Landorus. So Landorus is in. He takes some Stealth Rock damage. He is going to get the Intimidate to lower our attack, which is not great. We go for a nice knockoff, which does do some chip damage, and knock off this thing's Custat Berry. So that's pretty interesting, actually. He was packing Custat Berry, so that's an interesting one. How do we want to play this? That is a good question. I think we just U-turn here. I think that's our play to try and reposition. I mean, he could take us out with an Earthquake. I don't know if we survive one. He could also get a Stealth Rock up, but either way, I think U-turns the play here. He does go for Stealth Rock, okay. So he goes Stealth Rock, gets the entry hazard up on us. We are going to go for a U-turn here, which is going to chip that thing down below 50%, which is good, and we do get the pivot out. So, question is, how do we want to proceed? So, we could come in with Spec, and how much damage? I think, let's think about this. So with Landorus, yeah, Shadow Ball definitely KOs him from the range that he's at. We know that for sure. So I think I think the right play is to come in with Spec here. So that's what we're gonna do. So no matter how defensive he is, I believe Life Orb Spectrier KOs him with Shadow Ball here. So I think our best play here is to just go for the Shadow Ball. I mean, we're kind of getting low on HP with the Spec, so we don't really have the luxury of much else. So yeah, let's just go for the Shadow Ball, see if we can grab the KO on this thing. We don't really have the luxury of doing anything else. So what does he want to do here is the question. if he stays, he could stay in, fearing that we might try to sub again. And so no, he switches out. Okay, so what does he switch into to try and take a Shadow Ball? That is the Iron Crown. Okay, so that thing comes in, it takes some Stealth Rock damage. We go for a nice little Shadow Ball here. How much damage is it getting on this thing? Ooh, that could be Assault Vest. That could be Assault Vest, Iron Crown. Because we don't even KO. Like the second... Yeah, that's probably Assault Vest, Iron Crown, because that our second Shadow Ball doesn't even KO from that range. It's going to be close, but we definitely don't KO with another Shadow Ball. So I feel like we have to try and save Spec here. Yeah, we're not in a great spot right now, that's for sure. I think we just have to go into Scissor here, honestly. We probably don't take an attack after the Stealth Rock. I don't think we take an attack at all from this thing. But I mean, we could go into Goodra, but we kind of have to keep Goodra healthy to deal with we have to deal with most of his team. And I don't think Scizor from the range it's in is going to be much help at this point. Yeah, we can't take unnecessary damage on Goodra, so we have to just pretty much sack Scizor at this point. We could have just fired off an attack here with Spec, but it wasn't worth it. So we get some damage on the Stealth Rock with Scizor. He goes Volt Switch. I don't think we don't take that either. So we lose Scizor, and we go down. I don't think that would have KO'd, unfortunately, because we were so chipped with Spec. That would have KO'd Spec either anyway. So he takes us out. We go down to 3. So things are not looking the best for us at this point. The only good thing about this is that he is going to... we are going to get a matchup on him because he has to switch in first. So we are going to get a matchup on him. So that is the only good thing about this. So what does he want to come in with is the question. What does he want to come in with here? That is the question. What do we do? What's he do? What's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Okay, so he switches in, that is Entei. And okay, so he's Boots Entei because he takes no Stealth Rock damage. So he's Boots Entei. Yeah, we are not in a good position right now at all. I guess we just have to come in with Goodra here. That's really our only play. And we have to just try and tank an attack from this thing, which we should tank an attack from this thing, knowing that this thing is Boots. But we will end up taking a lot of chip damage on something. I don't want to Terra Fairy right now, just simply because he could have like Iron Head or something, and going Terra Fairy here wouldn't really help us. So we're going to just try to get some chip on this thing with a Surf. I think that's probably our best. I mean, we could Draco, but I think Surf is probably the play. Yeah, let's go Surf here. What does he do? I mean, he could stay in to chip us, or he could switch to try and preserve the Entei. Either way. Either is a possibility. But yeah, we're definitely behind at this point, and I don't know if we're going to be able to come back into this. So he does go for the switch, so we might get a little momentum from an attack here. So he switches in. That is going to be the Landorus, interestingly enough. So Landorus comes in, takes the rocks, he intimidates us, and we get a nice Surf. I think that might KO from this range, and yeah, the Surf KOs the Landorus, so that's good. So we do get a little bit of momentum there by taking the Landorus out to Goodra, which is nice. And then we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers as well. So I have a bad feeling I know what's going to happen now. We're going to be forced to make a critical decision here, that's for sure. So I think we're going to be forced to make a critical decision here, but it depends. So he's got, obviously, Mineshout, Entei, Urshifu, and Iron Crown remaining, most of the team. So he is going to now come in with the Urshifu, he takes a little bit of Stealth Rock Chip. So the decision we have to make in 60 seconds or less is, does he predict us to go Terra Fairy and then try to whack us with an Iron Head? That is the prediction that we have to try and make here. Because him being banded, I don't think we survive. I don't believe we survive an attack. I don't think we take... Yeah, we definitely don't take an attack. Yeah, I mean, he knows we're Terra Fairy. So this is why I hate Terra Preview so much. I guess that's our only play at this point. Yep. I full well acknowledge that this could backfire, but this is our only play right now because we can't switch in with... We can't switch in with Spec, we can't switch in with Talonflame and lose our Gale Wings, so our only play is just to make the obvious Terra Fairy play, hope he doesn't Iron Head us, and hope this works out. And he goes Wicked Blow. Okay, so holy crap, does that do so much damage, obviously, but Goodra hangs on thanks to Terra Fairy, and the Terra Blast Fairy definitely grabs the KO here on Urshifu. There's no two ways about it. That thing is extremely allergic to Fairy. So the Terra Fairy comes through. We do get a crit there. Did not matter at all. I think without the crit, it did like 225% damage. So we do knock the Urshifu down, and we take him down to 3 Pokemon. So we are staying in this as best as we can. We are fighting for our lives as best as we can in this one, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, he is down to the Mienshao, the Entei, and the Iron Crown versus we've got the Goodra, the Talonflame, and the Spectrier. So that is the state of the game as it stands. We will see what he wants to do about this. How does he want to come in? We did obviously take so much damage with the Goodra, and he does now come in with the Entei, and so I don't think we take an attack from this thing. I'm relatively confident that we don't take an attack from this thing. We just don't have plays. That's the problem, is we just don't have plays right now. We're kind of out of plays. So Talonflame. Yeah, I mean, we get 2-shot by Extreme Speed, I believe. Well, you know he's not banned, so we actually don't get 2-shot from Extreme Speed. So screw it. No, there's the Sacred Fire. We don't take it. Yeah, we could have switched into Talonflame there, but I just didn't want to. Yeah, so we get knocked down with Goodra there, and we go down to 2. So the play that I was debating is we could have gone Talonflame, and we could have tanked the Sacred Fire, and then we could have just, I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't really have a good answer right now. The only thing we can do, I think the only thing we can do here is we come in with Talonflame. We have boots, so we don't take rocks damage. The only thing we can do is we can Brave Bird this thing, and because we can't Swords Dance because this thing could pack Stone Edge and just destroy us with it. So the only chance we have here, I think, is if we just Brave Bird this thing, and we just have to hope that we get enough chip that Spec can take him out. That's all we can do. Yep, I think that's all we can do. Yeah, we don't have many plays left at this point, so yeah, that's all we can do. We could have Swords Danced, but if he goes Stone Edge or a Rock move, we just lose if he does that, so we can't make that play, unfortunately. And there's every possibility this thing has rock coverage on it. So yeah, that's our only play at this point. So that's what we're gonna do. So he stays in, we go for the Brave Bird. Does do massive damage to this thing, which is nice. We take some recoil. He goes for the Stone Edge, obviously takes us out. So yeah, we don't, we get taken down. So Talonflame is down, and we go down to one Pokemon. So it is all down to our one-trick pony, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to come in with Spec, take that nice Stealth Rock damage. And I don't even know if we have 3 Life Orb attacks in us. I think we might. We're at 82 HP at this point. We go Shadow Ball. That's the only play that we have, so that's what we're going to do. Do we get the KO with the Shadow Ball is the question. Yes, we do get the KO with the Shadow Ball. So Entei is down, drops him to 2. This is our only end game. We get the Grim Neigh for the special attack raise. We go down to 47 HP. So we have gone from 82 to 47 HP, which is a drop of... but it's not going to matter if this thing is Choice Scarf. It's not going to matter anyway. So yeah, I was just wondering about if he was going to come in with the Iron Crown. So... let's see. Draining Kiss. I mean, either way, Draining Kiss would KO. So I guess we just hope he's not Scarf at this point and go Draining Kiss. That's our only play. Yeah, our only play at this point is to hope he's not Scarf and Draining Kiss. But if he is Scarf, we just lose automatically, so which I expect this thing probably is. So let's find out. And he's Scarf. Yep, so we lose. So yeah, that's all she wrote, folks. So we get hit with the knockoff, we go down, and that is going to be game. So we are going to lose that 1-2-0 to Scorpion. Pretty competitive game, though. Pretty hard-fought game there. Yeah, it was a roller coaster for sure. We didn't have a lot of good... We didn't really have any good plays at the end of the game. Unfortunately, because the Urshifu just kind of did a lot of damage to our team in the early goings of the match, and unfortunately, we just didn't really have any way to bounce back from that at the end of the game. I was not feeling the best about this game. I don't think it was a good match for us on paper going in. But yeah, we did not do too bad given that fact. But yeah, it was definitely a hard-fought one there. So. With that loss, unfortunately, the Pidgeys will drop to a 2-2 record here in the BHDL7. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.